Hello, good afternoon, and thank you everybody for being here today. So today we have Sumi with us, and you've already spoken to his son Kudrat. So let's see what we can discover from her point of view. Okay, so Sumi, let's go to the beginning of let's go back, rewind 21 years back. Once you had Kudrat, so how was this journey? Like, was it decided that you want to unschool him, or did you have these idea of unschooling, homeschooling, all different kinds of education? How did it all begin? How was the seed planted?
Lots of things happened. Like basically, I'll just give my background. I'm a CS, inter CS. I've done not completed, and I've done my MCom, and I've not finished my LLB. But these things I had degrees, and I was working in a, because of my CS degree, I was working in a private limited firm, and I have played hockey nationals 10 times for India, and is this for playing. I had taken go. I was studying. I had to study. I had to take admission for playing. So I was just going on studying. It came out that I passed out, but I did not know how I passed out. That was there. So yeah, my journey exactly started from the age of 28. My creative journey started from the age of 28. And can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. I've just made you on spotlight.
What happened?
No, I can hear you. The video is gone now.
It's okay?
Yeah, I can see.
Okay. So from the age of 28, I just left my job when I met my husband, Chandresh. He basically, he studied his 12th and then dropped out from school and did not want to go to college. And we just met in a nature camp. And then we had a big talk over there, and we just started talking for 1 year, what's life and purpose of life, the way we should live life. And the first thing I never read these spiritual books and philosophical books, but the first book he gave me was the first and the last freedom of Krishnamurti. And I was like, what is this? And when I read, for me it was like everything gone, because I never read spiritual books and philosophical books. It was totally different for me. Then I started thinking the way of living life, the purpose of living. And by 1998 we got married, and we went to Shikshantar. We got to know about Manish and Vidhi. They were also starting Shikshantar, so we all together started there. They had started 2 months ago. Then we went there, and with the team we just stayed and enjoyed doing lots of things there in Shikshantar, because when I met Manish had lots of clarity about education. Even Vidhi had lots of clarity about education. So my husband and these people, they had so many clarity about education. But I was literally thinking, without schools, how education can be there? Writing, reading, so many subjects, right? And I never felt that my school was wrong. My school was really very nice. The teachers were nice. Only Hindi teacher I did not like, but otherwise everyone in the school was nice. Everyone was helping. Each and every teacher was helping. And when we had doubts also, when we go and ask, everything was perfect. I thought schools are very nice, right? So, but then when I rethought my own school, I thought that when I was playing hockey, I had no friends in the school, no friends from school, only 1 or 2. Otherwise, everybody had the whole class as friends. So in hockey, I had lots of friends, but in school, very less friends. So that was there. And then the other thing, I was comparing myself when I came out of this so-called system. Think about my creativity, how rigid I was, and what were the things going on in the system. And when I came out, it was so slow. It was fully live. It was so different. I started painting. I started playing with kids. I was doing different things. I was like, when I went to school, Anand Niketan, I went to that school. I did a summer camp. I was enjoying with kids. I was storytelling. I was painting. I was like, wow, this is so nice. Just left the job and it was so beautiful for me. Then I came out of that system out, and then I rethought about my life totally. When we went to Shikshantar, then we already thought we will not send our children to school because so much rigidity in school. We have to study so many subjects, though we did not like it. Because I did not like history, I did not like civics. I like maths, but I did not like geometry. When I went to the maths, when I wrote the maths exam, I used to finish all the algebra and everything. Geometry, I should leave because I did not like it. I just wrote the definitions and came. Because of that, I used to get less marks. Then even in science, I used to draw biology figures and all, but I never wrote anything because I did not like it. So then these things came out, and I thought, okay, yes, that's true. That there are many things which I did not like, and I had to do compulsory. Then I had read Giju by all Indian educational people. I started reading their books. I read Rabindranath Tagore. I read the Aurobindo. Then Mother. Then then Krishnamurti I started reading. He was though philosophical, but he had lots of things that to that I started like believing in nature a lot. I started believing in the universe. I started with cosmos, the definition of cosmos. I was thinking, wow, there are so many things to understand, really understand life. So these all things I started, and from inside also my body, my inner journey also started. This I was living so materialistic life. Then I stopped that. I went inside. uh, uh, it's so many things. All types of creativity comes out, right, which we don't know. So we start learning a lot. That learning stopped when we out of school, out of college, we think we know everything enough. We have got lots of money. That's not the way. So I started learning lots of things through hands, legs, and using the body. We were not using our body when we come out of the college and that we are in a job. We don't use our body. We just use our mind, right? Even the heart we don't use. We are just doing what other person says and just use the mind. Yes, this. Okay, done. But then when I started using my heart, mind, everything together is so beautiful. The life is so beautiful. It's not only materials, it's not only money, it's not only resources. There is something beyond it. Then we both started thinking, rethinking our life, relearning everything, unlearning the things which we have learned. So we have unlearned a lot, unlearned the whole process about schooling, unlearned the whole process about college. How then I basically started my life uh, about uh, thinking uh, how to be creative and don't force myself also into that part. Be what I am, be as I am. I started thinking like that. So I started giving time for myself, which I never used to give. I used to just be there, sit in a easy chair, drinking coffee. That was also not happening. So that was also very nice for me. Then started doing gardening. When we were in Shikshantar, I just started a learning space there, and I was with kids. And I thought we will do something challenging. That's we will not charge anything from anyone, and we will not ask money from anyone. Just ask for the things, and we will just run the space. So in near that Shikshantar, we just had made relationship with that sabji wala, with that resources like paint wala, that there was a carpenter. Everyone we made friendship, and we said, if whatever you want to give us, you just give. I just want to run this learning space. It was so beautiful. It took twice. I just went thrice. Yes, fourth time they started giving us. So we started building relationship, and that's what where I clicked. then I found that relationship is so important. Maintaining the relationship and making relationship with people, that is the basic thing of life. How to live life is make relationship with your neighbors, with your family, with your what we say sabji wala, doodh wala, jo jhadu karna aata hai, wo everybody. So that then it clicked to me. This is the first important thing for me. Like I started thinking world as a family. I did not start thinking that my family is only my mother, my father, my husband, my children. No, the world is our family. Then I started thinking when my child grows now, I'll say, see, only we are not your family. The world is your family. Everybody is your family. We did. Then uh, when our child arrived, Kudrat arrived, it was 2000. I was in Shikshantar. I just he was born in Ahmedabad. Took him to Shikshantar, and Shikshantar was like Kudrat, Kudrat. Everybody was with him. Everybody was taking him, going here and there, because I could not work whole time because Kudrat was very small, so I had to feed him everything. So I used to go to Shikshantar from 5 to 7, 2 hours. Then so nice. He was there with everybody, and I used to go for a learning space activity. I was like, this is what it is. I just started here. There's no boundaries for a child also. He was playing in the mud. He was playing with someone. He started with, a child doesn't know okay, a friend should be of that age only. A child is friend with anyone. He plays with anyone. He plays with the dog, cat, even people like Manish, Jain, Vidhi, Shilpa, everyone. So the process was so beautiful. Then we came back to Ahmedabad. I thought, yeah, it's staying in the city will not help child to grow, because city only shows as big roads and the part of development which we the so-called development, they'll only see these things. I, I basically wanted that child should know down to earth things, what is going on exactly, reality. I wanted to show that. So, and I had a passion of farming also. So I started exploring. I and Chandresh both went with Kudrat to Dindra Bhai's place for farming first time. We stayed there for 3 months, and then we enjoyed a lot with that space. It was so nice. Every day in the morning, go and pluck your fruits and vegetables, come home, eat that, have breakfast, and just go to the farm, enjoy farming. There are
Okay.
cows, and they had solar lights. Even that water was coming from that windmill. All resources they
Which
had,
which
they had
place is
made
this, ma'am?
so such. Huh?
Which place is this?
This is Rajpipla in Gujarat.
Okay.
Dhirendra Bhai Smitaben. Yeah. So that also shocked me. How water is coming through windmill. It is more than 15 years back. It's 20 years back. So from windmill, they had solar cookers, solar things. Because when I was Ahmedabad, I had never seen these things in 28 years. So I was like, wow, this is also so. And they were living so minimal life. It was at that time they were spending only 700 rupees a month, and in the city when we are here we need 15,000 bucks for what? Just staying at home, and things we have to buy things, all that things. So I was like, wow, this is so nice. And I started liking farming. I started liking growing my own food. So when I came back after 3 months, I and my husband discussed. He is not so much into using body like hands and legs and all. He was a person using heart and mind. He can sit and talk, and he can give trainings, marketing trainings, and these all things. So then we had a second thought: if you just he will earn for our living, and I will be there with kids. Because when we are unschooling, it is not only unschooling for children. It's unschooling for the family. It's unschooling uh, for each and our who are staying in our family. That is, we were staying in a joint family. So dada, dadi, everyone. For them, it was relearning everything, unlearning. They were also thinking how they will, what they will do. Right. So every day we had lots of, this is 22 years back, I mean, it's very difficult. At that time, there were lots of questions. Nowadays, there's so many homeschooling, unschooling. So there will be not so many things. So lots of questions from family. Every day we are discussing about these things, because every day when Kudrat was growing, we had to, means he was at home, he used to come to my kitchen and take all katori, chammach, thali, take it out and just bajao and do everything. So in the house, everybody, what is this going on? He's not doing anything. He's not studying. He is just 2.5. Just let him be by himself. Then for this, when I do this flour in game kata, he used to tell me, give me some. I used to give him. For that also, it was so much chick, 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 chick. No? I was like, okay, fine, let them be. I'll also be. I was just keeping quiet and listening. Okay. Then every day in the evening, we used to discuss in our family with small, small things. So then they knew, okay, uh, they will not listen to what we say. Let them be. So for us, it was a thing, and they started ignoring what Kudrat was doing. But yeah, they felt that Kudrat is growing. Then other thing we thought is we'll not give medicines. That is allopathic medicines. So we'll not give to our children. So when Kudrat was born, we did not vaccinate them because there is a big game behind it. We know lots of things. We read so many things. Then medicines, although allopathy is always having a side effects, right? So we thought we'll go for Ayurvedic if something happens to him, or homeopathy. So when he was born, I had gone to the doctor at the 7th month. So the doctor also scolded me a lot, but it's okay. She did my pregnancy nicely, but I did not allow them to vaccinate him. So I just, second day I came back home with him. Then I was with my mother. My mother was also like, no, you have to vaccinate. You have to have jaundice vaccination. You have to have this vaccination. I said to mommy, when I was born, you never had vaccinated me with these things like no chickenpox. Let it come. It will go away. Fine. We don't have to worry about what is going to come. Be like that. I don't know if the child will have jaundice afterwards or typhoid. We don't know. Why we have to vaccinate just now at the age of 3? When it comes, we'll see. So from medicines also we went out, and they have never taken any pills. Both of them have never taken any pills and no injections. So just now they were like, Mummy, abhi ye pressure aayega vaccination ka, so we don't have to, I don't want to get vaccinated. Okay, Mummy. So I said, fine, we'll see, we'll check out. If pressure comes, we'll see what we have to do. So Kudrat was very fine. Kudrat, ठीक है, नहीं लेना नहीं है तो नहीं लेना है. Right? We'll fight or we'll do something, but we will not get. So then for us, that was a big step. So in the family, when Kudrat had fever, they started paracetamol, Prosin. So I was like, no way, nothing doing. Then I had a homeopathic doctor at Udaipur. We took him there. He was a little bit becoming serious. It was more than 5 days, and we took him to Udaipur. Then she was very nice. He got cured, but his legs and all stopped working. He was not able to walk properly. So when I came back, I had then I took him to an Ayurvedic doctor. Then he said he gave medicines and he was fine afterwards. It took 1 month, but it was fine. But the thing is that, see, our family is like, no, eat. The child doesn't eat. When you give Ayurvedic medicine, there are so many restrictions for eating. So he did not eat for 1 month this rice and gehu karoti and nothing. Only like no that in South India there is kanji, we say, with rice, boiled rice and water and little bit of ghee and namak. This was given to him, and lots of dates and papita. This was the only food. So he was okay, fine. 1 month he was fine, and after 1 month he was running and doing. So everybody said he took 1 month, but then I said it cleansed the body. See the condition of the child. He's so happy, right? So so when Ajanmya 2003, then we talked to Kudrat. Kudrat started telling, I don't want to be alone. So I wanted a brother or a sister. I want both. I said, koi chahiye mujhe. And I said, okay, fine. So I and Chandresh started talking about it. Then we thought we'll home birth. We'll not go to any doctor or anyone. We started reading Ayurveda's home birthing books. But I was very strict about it. No, home birthing is home birthing. Then we started searching dye in Ahmedabad. So we got from Sabarmati, we got a dye. She is 85-year-old. And we consulted her. I was 5 months. It was 5 months, and I consulted her. She told everything is fine. You can carry on. Then when he was born, he was born at home. My family said go to the doctor. I said yeah, I'm at the doctor's place. Don't worry. I'm at the hospital. Don't worry. I was at home. I knew this day has come, and we called Dai in the evening, and he was born. You know, I saw the differences. Dai came. I saw that it is my duty to get the child out, and this child has to come out by itself. There is nothing to be done by a doctor or anyone. The child has to come out. So he knew the way to come out, and it came out. It did not take even 10 minutes. It was so nice. Otherwise, they inject the pain, this, that. It started paining for me from 3 o'clock in the evening, and 7 o'clock he's there. It was so easy for me, the second birth. And my husband was at that Daima was there, and I was there. Nobody. And within 2 hours, I stood up. I drank coffee for myself. I made a coffee for myself. It was so fine. I was like, this is so nice. I have got lots of strength, yeah. नहीं तो doctor injection देता है, दवाई देता है. We have to be in bed for 1 month. These days, those days. It was so easy for me. It was so nice for me. The process was very good. And see, when somebody needs some like consultation for home birthing, I'll be there for them. I'll just go and stay there for them. I was like, because in these 9 months, I had lots of things that come. I was thinking, Bhagwan mera pariksha le raha hai. Lene do jitna lena hai. So many things had come in that thing. Chandresh का project चला गया, उसके बाद my family में कुछ problem हो गया. All the things were negative. But I don't know, but the God's grace or universe's strength, the end I was so calm, positive, everything went smooth. So that happened. Right? Then came like no, कुदरत की पढ़ाई. Big question came in my family. अब ये स्कूल नहीं जाएगा तो पढ़ाई क्या करेगा? We started discussing. देखो पढ़ाई कैसे होती है? स्कूल में जाते हैं, 4 दीवार में बैठते हैं, टीचर बोलते हैं, वो लिखते हैं. अभी क्या हो रहा है कि उसको जो करना करता है, there are lots of story books. He used to like story books क्योंकि उसमें colors होते थे, and he did not wanted to read at that time at the age of 4. उसको पढ़ना नहीं अच्छा लगता. He did not like to read. He just came to me, Mummy, you read, I listen. Right? That was going on. And when he saw the colors, when he saw the pictures, he could understand the story. He started telling me the story. ये इसमें ये है, this is there in this is this. So I was like, wow, this was something new, right? And I could understand the child understands more when he is kept free, because he is never becoming bored. He is searching his own things to do. He never told me that, Mummy, मैं बहुत बोर हो गया. Never did. He had searched so many. कहीं पे भी no, he brought utensils, वहाँ बैठा. Then by the age of 2, I had given him watercolors, colors. पूरे दीवार में he was doing this chalk colors. पूरा दीवार भरा हुआ, here, everywhere. So then I also started with him. But till the age of 7, the whole house was his. And he was doing on the wall, and we were also happy. For hours and hours, I have seen him drawing. And hours and hours, I've seen him sitting on the floor and drawing in the paper also. I had given him. And when I give watercolors, I used to give कपड़े निकाल के सिर्फ चड्डी पहन के उसको बिठा देती थी. He was पूरे शरीर में वो कर देता था. Everything he was doing, and he was enjoying that colors. It was for me. I was so happy. So he's doing so freely. जब हम पहले colors he will put in his hands and this thing, legs, everywhere he will do, right? So these things are happening. Big brushes I used to give. Must hota tha, very nice. But then, as I said, we are in a joint family. There's a big thing, the TV screen. Then at the age of 7, something like that came. Till the age of 6, I have never seen him in front of TV or something. From where it came, Then also I did not know. At the age of 7, there was a TV at home. He started sitting in front of it. Then grandmothers and grandfathers, देखने दो उसको, cartoon देखता है. So I was little bit like, but my husband saying, be chill, just be patient. Don't worry, everything will go on. So this Ajanmya was also growing. He was also 3. I said he will also do the same thing what Kudrat is doing, because he is totally different. He did not like to color. He did not like to draw. He liked to play with cars. So every time on his birthday, he used to make a gaadi lage do. So we had so small cars everywhere. So like he used to play with cars. Right. He used to make his own road with chart paper, and he will do these things. He never used to draw, no painting, and music also no. So both were totally different. And he used to cut papers, but cutting and pasting he was doing, but not coloring. He liked black and white. He never used to like colors. So I had seen so difference in both of them. And when Kudrat was growing, he was little bit aware of things also. Na? ये गरम चीज है, मुझे नहीं जाना है उसके पास. But this Ajanmya was not like that. Ajanmya was like, he's going and touching and seeing, हाँ गरम है, ठीक है. So this fellow is different. And when there was a cooker, I just say the incident that there was a cooker घर के बीच में, because we used to sit down and eat. कुकर घर के बीच में आके रखा. कुदरत से गरम है, वो तो बैठ गया. But this fellow, he tried to just go and touch, then open it. I was like, wow. Like he want to see what is hot, what is cold, right? So I see the difference. कि वो तो वहां से चिल्ला रहा है, कुदरत मत छू, अजन्या वो गरम है. But I could see both of them, but his expression, he was speaking very nicely, small बच्चा जैसे, but मेरे को छूने तो नहीं, मेरे को देखने तो नहीं. Then like that was thing. And when once there was a geyser on था, पानी गरम है कि नहीं वो देखने जा रहा था. कुदरत वहां से गरम है पानी. He was just going and putting his hand. I was like, oh my god, shock नहीं लगे तो अच्छा इसको. I was just seeing that, पर उसको कुछ हुआ नहीं. Then there are so many incidents like this. And कुदरत का टीवी का मेरे को बहुत बुरा लग रहा था. 15 दिन हो गए थे. He was seeing TV and very less doing something or other thing. My husband was like, have patience, everything will go. So I was like, how much patience, man? 15 days हो गए. मेरे से नहीं होगा ये, टीवी का काम तो बहुत डिफिकल्ट काम है भाई. तो चंद्रेश बोले, दिस इज व्हाट इट इज यार, सिस्टम है, बच्चे इसके थ्रू भी जाना जरूरी है, दिस इज नीडेड, राइट. सो देन ओके, नहीं मेरे को कुछ तो करना चाहिए. देन आई स्टार्टेड टेकिंग टाइम टू गार्डन्स इन द इवनिंग. सुबह भी मेरा काम खत्म हो जाता था. आई स्टार्टेड टेकिंग टू डिफरेंट प्लेसेस. बट घर में आके द सेम थिंग, नो, दैट स्क्रीन. Like then Ajanmya was not so much interested in that screen time, but I and Ajanmya then started doing something. Paper mache I started doing. So paper mache us time se I learned paper mache from my friend and then started making things out of it. Then seeing that, Kudrat came. After 2 days he came, mummy kya bana rahe ho, kya kar rahe ho, I also want to do something. Then I got it. Okay, fine. This is what it is. If there is something activity going on, screen time is gone. And I started with Miss Paper Mache was my favorite then. Then on the walls we started drawing and paper mache ke murals banane lage. So they got fascinated and वो भी कुछ नया नया करने लगे. So it was growing with them was very nice for me, because I learned one important thing I learned is being patient with them. So much patience came with calmness, patience, and things to understand. Then I started thinking about our ancestors, like my mommy's mother. It's like how they used to learn things. They never went to school, but I have seen her. Life is so smooth and she was so happy. She never used to complain about anything. And these days there's lots of complaint, lots of rigidity, and so many things. So then I started moving with them. When Kudrat was 10, he wanted to know more about Varli painting, because I used to explore every year, 3 months or 4 months. I used to go to different farms and stay there with them and understand farming. And they also liked it very much. So at that time, I went to Sanjay Damayanti's farm near Chhatarpur, and they had 24-acre land. They had cows also. So every day in the morning, we used to work for 4 hours, clean the cow shed, or bring that cow dung to biogas plant. So we three were doing everything. So to understand the values, I like that, down to earth, to understand where the food comes from and living in a very minimal life.